Welcome to the Last Three Rows of Horror podcast. That's just something fun. It's January. We're going to do a catching up episode of what we've been watching lately. So, Mike here with
Big Sal
and
Sam, and I just had an idea that we need to start a demon barbershop acapella chord, trio.
hell yeah.
I can see that.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go.
Hold on, try that again.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Definitely.
We are the stupidest podcast of horror.
Instead of us being Shana, we're nah.
Oh man, no.
We could do some doo-wop or some like Motown soul. Definitely.
Mike, you're stupid.
No, I mean, this is a good idea. We'll release a song, all done in demon voice style. So anyway, thank you all for listening and streaming and downloading and watching us on YouTube and subscribing. Like and subscribe. Don't forget to share. We are on Facebook, Instagram, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube. We have an email. We want to hear from you. Sam, what's the email?
lastrowsofhorror@gmail.com.
So this is, like I said, a catching up episode. We've been watching a lot of different things, stuff that's come out in the theaters over the winter, stuff that's been on streaming, TV. So yeah, let's just jump into it. Let's catch up. Take it away, Sam.
First one I had in here was the Creep Tapes. This is
Okay.
released on Shudder, November 15th, 2024. It says a runtime of about 25 minutes an episode. This is directed by Patrick Bryce, who also did Creep 1 and 2 and the terrible movie There's Someone Inside Your House from 2021. Did you see that?
I seen all three
Maybe.
of
It's
them.
horrible.
Maybe.
When I seen the Creep 2, I wanted to punch my TV.
I like Creep.
Oh,
It's just like a fun, little found footage.
You know,
like
I still enjoy found footage.
you know what those are, Mike? You know what those are? Those are something that somebody didn't have anything better to do and decided to fucking make a movie like this.
I think that's actually said Mark Duplass and Patrick Bryce. Yeah, Duplass is like that's why they made these movies. It's like kind of like an exercise in acting
Yeah.
or like freestyling.
Yeah.
So him and his brother, the Duplass brothers, they are filmmakers and actors. The Creep Tapes is a series, but there are Creep films. There's Creep 1 and Creep 2.
Yeah.
Starring the same actor, also as the same character.
Mm-hmm.
I've only watched the first episode of the Creep Tapes. I got to get into the rest of it, but
So it's a series?
it's now a series.
Yeah. This new one is a series. Yeah, the Creep Tapes. But there was Creep 1 and 2.
Yeah, those are films. I like the films. They're okay.
Yeah. This one, just says the Creep Tapes explores like the whole collection of videotapes from the serial killer who hires victims under false pretenses to film him. Each episode is like a new victim, basically.
Some guy I pay with.
It's so weird. Yeah, he plays. He like pretends to be a guy who's sick. He pretends to be like a priest who needs somebody to film him doing stuff. And
He is very much an actor.
that one was super weird too. He pretends that he fell out of the sky and he's got like a parachute around him. He's like, I don't know. Can you just take me back where I need to be? And then he ends up getting killed by
And
the
usually
dude.
you see Shudder, it's usually good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought these were great. Especially the first episode is really cool with the axe where he
Yeah.
kills the guy.
Yeah.
Don't. Is this something like don't mess up the process?
Yeah.
We could make a movie.
But yeah, this does have like a really cool thing where he's like kind of blurring the lines of reality and pretending to be someone he's not. Or it's always great when he puts on the wolf mask too.
Yeah.
Like Wolfie.
Yeah.
You know,
My only complaint about this is I kind of wish the episodes were maybe a little longer, or you got to see a little bit more gore.
Sorry about that. What was I saying?
so there are some filmmakers out there that are trying to always reinvent the industry, reinvent the way of that filmmaking goes, and it's usually strange, odd, or just bad.
Yeah.
But for instance, there's a guy out there. I don't know if he's still working. Scott Shaw invented this thing called Zen filmmaking. Basically, there's maybe a small plot, but no script, and it's just like we're filming and go and just do something.
Yeah,
Following
improv.
following like a small outline and script. And he's made like some really terrible martial art films starring Robert Zadar. Okay.
Turns out sometimes you should have a script, maybe.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, but this is part of my notes for, I've been talking to Sammy about my poster session, that some of the posters names grab me, like Wolf Creek, and that's what The Creep kind of reminds me, and that category. Wolf Creek, The Creep, The Van, all three of those movies I watched because the name the titles grab me.
Yeah. Well, you're imagining what it could be.
Yeah, and my imagination went way too far because the movies all sucked. and now there's a new Wolf Creek. There's a third one.
Oh, really?
There's a new Wolf Creek coming out, or that's out. I'm sorry. I refuse to watch it.
I think it's a TV series.
Is it?
It was.
I refuse to watch it. And that's what this is, The Creep. Because I really, I mean, that title grabbed me, and I watched it. I'm like, this is horrible.
But I don't know. You might think it's a little better than Gladiator 2. This has been getting horrible reviews.
And Denzel's in it, my guy.
Yeah,
Probably the worst thing he's ever done.
This is released November 22nd. It's a 2-hour and 28-minute movie
Way too
directed
long.
by Ridley
Way too
Scott,
long.
who needs no introduction here.
Sammy,
They
2
need to.
hours?
They need to. If they took 1 hour out, it would be better and it would be tolerable. This is too long for my taste.
This has a lot of stars in it. Paul Mescal, Denzel Washington, Pedro Pascal, Connie Nielsen. Yeah, sorry. Joseph Quinn, Fred Hershinger. I didn't think this was as terrible as everyone's making it out to be, but it definitely wasn't as good as it could have been.
Who's the lady on the bottom?
Connie Nielsen. Yeah.
She was in the first one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maximus is it's basically she's the mother of the guy in the it's basically Maximus's son who they're following.
She kind of looks like the mother that played she played the mother of Wonder Woman, that Gal Gadot Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that's her.
Is it her?
Yeah.
Beautiful woman, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what the first movie I seen her in? Was a Kurt Russell movie called The Soldier.
Oh yeah,
She was hot.
I know that movie. Yeah.
Hot.
Jason Scott Lee.
Look at my boy Denzel.
So yeah, this takes the plot of this is after his home is conquered by tyrannical emperors who now lead Rome. Lucius, the main character, is forced to enter the Colosseum and must look to his past to find the strength to return the glory of Rome to its people.
You know what? I might watch this.
There's plenty of action.
I love Gladiator, like Gladiator films, but
too much
watch this
CGI.
now.
Too much CGI.
See, I don't care about
It
that.
was funny though. There's a part in here where they unleash like all these baboons
I've
on
seen that,
all these
yeah.
guys. And when I was watching it, I was like, "That's terrible fucking CGI. That doesn't look nothing like a baboon." And then I looked up a hairless baboon, and I was like, "God damn, they did pretty well actually. That's pretty good."
Why would my nephew look up hairless baboons?
Because I wanted to know if they were as fucked up as they are in the movie.
Yeah, they're gnarly looking.
He looked up hairless baboons.
That's what they in the movie. Yeah, they're hairless.
I'm sure
baboons.
you've looked up hairless things too.
Yeah.
That's great. Hairless baboons.
Clear my path to the throne.
See, I like that, Mike. The ships coming into the castles and stuff and raiding them. Awesome shit. That's why I always liked watching Hercules movies and
I did think it was weird how this takes place back in Rome and Denzel kept using the N-word, calling everybody the N-word.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't even think that word was out back then.
I think he was. Yeah.
He was.
Because I remember thinking, no.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He said, "Damn, Lucius, I didn't know you like to get wet."
Sammy, who is this guy
Yeah, he
from?
sounds like he's from New York.
Yeah.
What else has he done, Sammy? The main guy here. Oh, he looks so familiar to me.
Pascal?
Yeah.
Oh, a bunch of stuff. He's in Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And what's that series? The Last of Us.
No. Didn't watch those.
The odds are against you. The odds are always against me.
I've seen him in something.
So I have a random fact about the first Gladiator. We've all seen it. In the first Gladiator film, forget the character's name, but it was played by the big, I think I'm going to assume he's German, the actor Ralph Mueller.
Okay.
Big Jack guy. A guy that was originally cast to play that character was one of my favorite professional wrestlers growing up of all time. wrestler named Brian Clark. You might know him as Adam Bomb or Wrath or one half of the tag team Chronic. One of my favorite of all time. In an interview that I listened to, he auditioned and came very close to getting that part, but Ralph Mueller got it instead. So, random fact of the day. I'm full of useless information when it comes to wrestling. I'm full of it.
You're full of a lot of things.
No shit. Beans!
But I don't know.
I'm full of beans!
I'm sorry. I'm still thinking of Hairless Bamboo.
I don't know. I did like in this movie though, like Joseph Quinn, he gets his fucking head cut off by his brother.
Yeah.
It's fucking.
Oh, when he went like this?
No, like they're just like what is his name? Fred Hershinger, the one that's like under the guy pointing. He's like got like a syphilitic brain going on, and Denzel Washington convinces him to kill his brother.
Yep.
And like he kills his brother, and then he appoints like it didn't happen historically, but he appoints like a monkey as his second in charge. He has like a little capuchin monkey that's his best friend.
Capuchin. Little helper monkey.
Pray for Mojo.
Oh,
Where does this kid get this information?
From Gladiator.
What's a capuchin?
Capuchin. You know, the little one that goes...
Kind of looks a little bit like Pedro Pascal.
Oh, now I gotta watch this movie for a capuchin monkey.
They got the little teeth. They go...
A capuchin monkey.
They look around.
Oh my God! Now what is Denzel a king?
No.
He's just like a guy that's like plotting to
remember,
take over Rome.
You remember Oliver Reed's character in the first one? He was kind of like he brought the gladiators to the arena.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of what he's doing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he weasels his way. He's doing like an Elon Musk. He weasels his way into the emperor's favor, I guess.
I'm sorry. He's just a cool motherfucker, man.
Not in this one.
Denzel's cool. Oh, why? Why do you say that?
This is the worst acting he's ever done in this film.
You know what? Yeah, he does have like this accent that I kept going like,
he sounds like he's
going,
from New York.
It goes like on and off. It's like
It's supposed to be Rome, and he sounds like he's from New York.
Yeah.
Is it just because he's out of character? Or is it just a bad script?
Both.
Ooh, that's not
He
good.
said, bring me to Gabagool. They're like, no, not that type of Rome. He's like, I want pasta fajoule. I want it now. I will say, like, Ridley Scott does a good job at like the spectacle of Rome. I really love like seeing the sets and like even if it was CGI, all that.
See what he just said? See what he just said? That's what I love. And you know, Mikey,
Nothing wrong with Ridley Scott.
But I'm sorry, dude. I know your biggest hard on is CGI cuts out a lot of, in our industry, a lot of workers, a lot of props and everything. But you know, it's always about that dollar, man. And that's why that's why CGI is going to be the future, the robotic shit, you know, the AI, because it looks good on screen.
Funny thing about this movie
that
I read too is when they're it's a big like battlefield, like they fill the Colosseum with water and have ships inside of it. They started filming. Yeah, they started filming that scene. It was like 110 degrees outside or something like that, and then like the strikes happened, so everyone went away, and then when they came back to start filming it again, it was like 10 degrees on set.
Damn.
So they just had like, you know, both sides of the spectrum when they were filming that.
Damn.
I think it's a pretty cool movie. Like the whole all the visuals inside it look great. I think
plenty of action.
Yeah.
Plenty of action.
Well, I love that. I mean, I think I'll give it a shot just because Sammy showed me the monkeys.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll like some of the monkeys in it. There's also a scene with an elephant. No, it's a rhinoceros.
Yeah, it's a rhino.
I just love the capuchin monkey and Sammy to look up hairless monkey.
I did.
I'm sure you've looked up hairless monkey too,
I'm
but
gonna watch it with Cleon.
You weren't looking at primates.
I'm gonna watch it with Cleon. Oh, my giraffe monkey.
You weren't looking at primates. You were looking at privates.
Hello. Hey, monkey. Don't do that.
All right. Well, I guess another hairy thing. Werewolves.
Oh,
this was bad.
God.
This was what a real bad movie was. Never mind Gladiator II.
I text Sammy. No, Sammy texts me, hey, I seen you're watching Werewolves, and I said, do not watch this
I watched
piece of
it.
shit movie.
So
haven't seen it, but I do like Frank Grillo.
Frank Grillo's, he's cool, but this movie,
he's like, I think he's a cool dude, but he's like in all the worst movies. He's like a good actor in all the worst movies, I think.
Yeah.
But this was released December 6th of 2024. It's an hour 33 minutes. I think you'll be surprised to learn this was directed by Stephen M. Miller, who also did Silent Night, the remake, 2012. He did Arsenal with Nicolas Cage, which was another terrible movie, and Margot from 2022 about the killer house.
So you didn't see it, Mikey?
No.
Oh, don't watch it.
Yeah, this has Frank Grillo, Katrina Law, and Lou Diamond Phillips has a little
Lou
part
Diamond.
in it.
Didn't we cover this last episode?
No.
No, I don't think so.
No, we didn't.
But yeah, this is so bad. Two scientists try to stop a mutation that turns people into werewolves after being touched by the supermoon the year before. It's like if the moon touches you, you turn into a werewolf.
For one night, Mike. One night only.
I thought we covered this already.
No.
I don't think so.
No, we didn't. I could.
I think we might have been talking about it privately. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just through our text messages.
But only one night, Mike. You turn into a werewolf. It's not permanent.
This was so bad. There's like 4 different types of werewolves in this movie. There's but they're all supposed to look the same, but it's like a mixture of bad CGI. Like it looks like a video game in some parts, and then there's like randomly real practical effects as a werewolf. It's just
There's
all over the
cinnamon
place.
werewolf, strawberry werewolf, vanilla.
Oh, come on. Come on.
We have a 9-hour window to test and report.
Lou Diamond. When are they going to do the new Young Guns?
They're not so young no more.
No.
Don't open the door for anyone.
Old guns.
Old Guns, yeah.
Don't hesitate for a second.
Oh, boy.
Good luck tonight.
He looks horrible.
So I also thought it was funny though. Like Frank Grillo gives his his brother's wife he's trying to protect and her daughter.
Yep.
He gives them all this speech. He's like, I locked down the house. He's
No,
like,
that's his sister-in-law.
or his sister-in-law. Yeah,
That's his sister-in-law.
That's what. Yeah, his
I thought
brother's
that guy was
wife.
doing this.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, he locks down their house and everything. He's like rigs up all these cameras and everything. He's like, do not go out of the house. Do not do this. Do not do that. And the woman breaks it the first fucking sign of it.
Yeah. He electrified the fence. Everything.
Don't whiz on the
The little girl did the best job of the movie.
Oh, yeah, this was so bad though. This is probably the one to avoid. Oh my God, how can I forget about that part? Remember
Minigun?
they just come across the werewolf? It's like a rock and roll werewolf that has earrings and a fucking punk jacket on.
Now every animal has the greatest scent in the world. These two idiots are hiding underneath the truck, and he couldn't smell that they were underneath there.
Yeah, that rock and roll werewolf was the worst
it was
thing
ho-
to come out of a movie.
And he had a leather jacket on.
Yeah.
Oh, it was horrible. But Frank Grillo, he was great.
I think it had a tattoo on his arm.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I gotta
dude.
say, still my favorite looking werewolf adapted to film has got to be still to this day
American Werewolf in London.
Rick Baker's American Werewolf in London, and I loved it when he did Michael in Thriller.
Yeah.
Even though he kind of looked more like a cat,
I was gonna say cat.
still the transformation was fucking awesome.
Cat
I
Jackson.
think my favorite was Benicio's Wolfman.
That was good.
That was just a
good one.
That was
But Frank
good.
Grillo played a part in what was the movie, Sammy? What was the series where you can kill people in a day?
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
You had a day to only overnight to murder anybody and everybody. Oh, what was that?
Ethan
series?
Hawke is in the first one.
Yes, he was the original.
Purge.
The Purge.
Oh,
Frank
okay,
Grillo
yeah,
was
yeah.
in. He played an excellent.
Yeah.
He was a Secret Serviceman
Yeah.
protecting a woman.
That was a good
congressman.
one.
Wasn't he in like 2 of them?
Yeah, I think that
Was
was
he in two of
it was
them?
like the third or the fourth one or
Was he?
something.
Was
or-
he in more than one of them, Mikey?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, he was awesome.
I think he was in the recent
that.
one too. That was like the Purge.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Election night or something like that. Or
it was excellent, man.
Yeah.
It was. He played excellent in that.
I
But
kind
was good
of
in
fell
those.
out with those. I
love them.
I've
I
seen
love
like
the Purge movies.
2 or 3 of them.
Except the
they're good.
cowboy one. The cowboy one sucked.
yeah.
But
Well,
this
one was all right actually. I think.
But this werewolf, man, Mikey, they were like tall and skinny. I mean, oh, come on, dude.
Yeah, this was
Now,
just not good.
If we're going to talk about tall werewolves, let's give another shout out and praise to Dog Soldiers.
Yeah. I know one. Yeah.
Great werewolf film. Very underrated.
Your cousin Anthony loved that one, Sammy. He loved that one. He goes, Dad, they're huge. But this one sucked my ass. Oh my
Dog
God.
soldiers.
Fucked his ass.
Dog soldiers would have put it up these werewolves' asses and down their throats.
Now, if they had hairless baboons in this movie, that would have made it.
Hairless monkey.
Sammy looked
But that reminds me, by the way, go on Amazon. My autobiography is coming out soon. Up My Ass or Down My Throat by Sam Cimino. It's been a hard life.
I did the forward.
A forward by Mike Morris.
Mike, why would this dumb kid look up hairless mammals? I love him. That's why he's my favorite nephew. All right, let's go, Sammy.
Oh, my God. Okay, Y2K is our next one here.
Oh, God.
This is released December 6th. It's an hour, 31 minutes, directed by Kyle Mooney, you know, from SNL. He's a director also. Starring Jaden Martell, Julian Dennison, Rachel Ziegler, Fred Durst, Kyle Mooney, Mason Gooding, Alicia Silverstone, and Tim Heidecker.
Okay, that's a weird cast right there, but you lost me with Ziegler and, oh, God, who else did you say? Fred Durst?
Fred Durst. Fred Durst is cool. I like Fred. Fred Durst is in on the joke, which is why he's cool. He knows Limp Bizkit is like fucking corny.
Yeah. They're still doing it.
But they play into it, yeah.
So this kid was in the Stephen King It, the new
guy,
ones.
Mikey?
Yeah, he played Bill.
Also, Alicia Silverstone plays his mom, who also plays his mom
Oh,
in
is
The
that who that
Lodge.
was?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I didn't even recognize her.
So this is about, two high school nobodies that make the decision to crash the last major celebration before the new millennium on New Year's Eve 1999. The night becomes even crazier than they could have dreamed when the clock strikes midnight and all these all these electronics make themselves into robots and start attacking them.
I like the little car, Sammy.
Did you see this?
The big kid, I think he's he's from New Zealand. He was in one of those new Deadpool movies.
Yeah, the second one he was in.
Mike, watch this. I laughed my ass off at that.
This was an entertaining movie. Yeah.
Did you see that, Sammy? I didn't notice that at first.
Oh shit!
That guy.
Just drilled through a chick's head. Come on, we gotta go.
We are experiencing.
You got this on Plex?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a try.
This is a pretty good one. It's it's not the greatest movie, but it's entertaining. Kyle Mooney's good in it. He's like you got to kind of have his sense of sense of humor to like it, I guess.
He's maybe one out of a million newer SNL cast members that I can actually tolerate.
Mikey, just picture a little bit better movie than what's that movie with the robotic guys in the arcade?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, this is a little better than that.
But it's cool that we got to hang out for once.
She single-handedly destroyed Disney, or at least people think so.
Yeah, what'd she do? She was like racist about some shit, or
no? She said something about
the
new Snow White. New Snow White.
But I mean, who is the girl?
Rachel Zegler. Yeah, okay, I'll give it a try.
not a bad. Yeah,
you're gonna be angry after it, Mike.
I saw that Jenna Ortega was originally cast in Rachel Ziegler's part, though.
I think Jenna
that would have been a little better.
I love Jenna Ortega, but she's one of those people that's gonna just take anything now. Because after Wednesday, now she's not as well known as famous anymore, so she's gonna just take anything.
She's really not the greatest actress, though, if I'm being honest.
So. No, she just hit a perfect time at a perfect place with perfect idiots out there, and I'm one of them because I like Wednesday.
It's not gonna last.
It's not.
Man, so one I would really love to shit all over for a minute is Nightbitch. Oh my God. Yeah, this is also December 6th. This is an hour 39 minutes of fucking I'll never get back.
Did not see it.
So it's directed by Marielle Heller, who also did Can You Forgive Me with Melissa McCarthy, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood with Tom Hanks. Okay. So starring Amy Adams and Scoot McNairy. This is about a woman that's stay at home. She has got a whole routine and everything, raising a toddler in the suburbs. It says she slowly embraces the feral power deeply rooted in motherhood as she becomes increasingly aware of the bizarre and undeniable signs that she may be turning into a dog. Fuck this movie. This is you watch the trailer and you're like, oh, it's gonna be like some weird, maybe kind of wolf thing or whatever.
Yeah. You know what angered me?
I'm sorry. Who's the taller brunette?
Oh, I forget her name. She's been in a bunch of comedy stuff though. Yeah.
What were you saying, Sal?
You know what angered me? Look at how bad they make her. When she played Lois Lane in Superman, was she hot? Now she looks like she's dirty and smells.
Because she's a stay-at-home mom who is so bored with life.
Look at her.
So I did watch Scoot McNairy in Speak No Evil with McAvoy.
Good.
Pretty good.
He also plays Woody Guthrie in the new Complete Unknown with Bob Dylan.
That was Jessica Harper from Suspiria.
Yes, it was. She's in this movie. Yeah, this is based on a novel of the same name. Amy Adams' name is just Mother in the movie.
She's trying to be Amy Schumer. That's what she's trying to do, and she can't do it.
I'm sure people will hear me shitting all over this film and be like, oh, you don't get what it's like to be a stay-at-home mother. Like, fuck you. This movie is like, she hates her husband just because he goes out and like has a life.
Fun, yeah.
Like, because he works, he has to stay in a hotel, and she's like, yeah, enjoy your fucking good night of sleep. The guy's like, I work for a fucking, like the guy doesn't have to fucking get on an airplane that he doesn't want to go to and like go to a fucking, stay in a random hotel and not be away, be away from his family. Instead, she's like, oh, you get to fucking go party.
See, this is one of those movies where they
Tell us how you really feel, Sam.
They tried so hard to make this funny, and it sucked.
They just tried so hard to make this like a
horror,
feminist, like women have it so fucking hard thing,
Ooh, that's not new. An agenda.
Yeah.
That's every film now, man.
But this is not horror at all. Like, they kind of set it up a little bit to that.
Yeah,
it's more of like...
they make you think it because of the title.
Yeah, it's like a meditation on motherhood, basically.
Yeah. Give me the demon voice real quick.
Nightbitch.
Okay, that's it.
There are a couple of moments of like body horror in this. Like, she pops this like big ass cyst on her back and pulls a bunch of hair out. But
why is that a thing on YouTube?
You know what? I just thought about it. What it feels like an attack on men is what it feels like. This movie.
Just
agenda.
But look at the cover, Mikey. You see the dog on the side. And
she's dirty, Sal.
But she's. You know what?
You should love that.
You know what? I do love dirty people, but she's nasty dirty. There's a difference. There's dirty and nasty dirty. This chick's nasty dirty. Oh, it was horrible. When you're hot at one point and then you turn into a slob, that's the difference. It's like, I would even.
What's your thing? Dirty people chained up.
I like that.
I got him.
That's as good as the hairless baboons. But this chick, man, this movie sucking ass.
Terrible.
I think I got through 14 minutes and 3 seconds.
I'm gonna take your guys' advice. I'm gonna avoid.
Scariest part of this movie was she grabs a fucking burger and eats it like angrily. I was like,
you see the bacon?
I turned the TV off.
Yeah, you see the bacon sticking out of it.
Poor cheeseburger.
Right, you see the bacon. It was a bacon cheeseburger. You see the bacon, and I'm like,
she had ketchup and mayonnaise on her. I was like,
double bacon cheeseburger. You want a double bacon cheeseburger?
She played the definition of white trash in this movie, dude.
Well, she was like kind of hoity-toity, like an art person. That's why.
Yeah, but she just, the clothes she wore, the way she looked like she farted and peed her panties a little and just went to bed with it. I don't care. My stomach is turning just thinking about it.
She was wearing the same clothes
for most of the same drawers the next morning, and there's a pee stain there, and she was like, "Oh my god, food stain!" She was reading a magazine at night.
Oh man,
didn't flush the toilet.
That could be one of the funniest things you've said on this bit. To bed with,
dude. Didn't use enough toilet paper when she I mean, oh god, I hate people like that. She looked at the toothpaste and left the cap open. Should I brush my teeth? I guess not. Fuck it, and walked out of there.
Is this hitting home for some of you people listening right now?
Oh man, I hated this movie. That's what made me so angry today.
She went to bed with it.
Oh my god,
Jesus.
Yeah, so stay away from Nightbitch.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it.
And I guarantee when she did
Message
laundry,
received, loud and clear.
I guarantee when she did laundry and she seen those dirty underwears and she drew those drawers out right away. Didn't even figure, not even cleaning it.
Drawers.
There you go. All right, so moving on. We have actually a really good one on here, The Order.
Yeah.
This is also released December 6th. It's an hour 56 minutes. This is directed by Justin Kurzel, who also did the Snowtown Murders, Macbeth, and Assassin's Creed.
Did I see this?
This was starring Jude Law, Nicholas Hoult, Ty Sheridan,
yes.
Mark Maron, and Journey Smollett.
Yes, I did see this.
Okay, this was great. This is based on a true story. What I find interesting is, you know how there's you hear things in the news these days about banned books. People are burning banned books. They're trying to get rid of them. Well, one of the banned books throughout history that actually probably should stay banned, just an opinion here, is the Turner Diaries.
Yeah.
Along with the Anarchist Cookbook.
Yeah.
Okay, you've all heard of that one. Two books that, I don't know, again, we're going to get political here for a minute. A book, say, like Mein Kampf, you can't find these books anywhere. You probably shouldn't read them.
So in regards to the subject matter of this movie, how about this? Here, that's what I'm talking about.
There you go. Message received, loud and clear.
That's one of the greatest shirts I've ever seen my nephew watch.
Fuck you, KKK.
You know what? You know what this movie did to me, Sammy? It made me angry. It made me angry because they made Jude Law look like a piece of shit.
No.
Yes, I think they did. Because he was a lone wolf. You know, nobody wanted to help him. Everybody was a racist piece of shit. And he just came in and it even made me not like him.
No, Jude Law wasn't racist.
No. He was the guy that came in and found out and how much they were getting bigger and their artillery, Mikey, artillery, how it was growing and how they were buying it, and you know, and nobody wanted to help them.
Yeah,
even the police were the biggest involved guys that they didn't give a shit. They wanted it to happen, and I just felt like they played him dirty.
Probably police in there on it.
Yeah, they were.
Brilliant acting.
It was
Nicholas Hoult. That guy, you know what? He's a method actor. He does a great job.
I think the last couple episodes we talked about like 3 or 4 movies he's been in the last year.
This is his year.
Juror number 2, Nosferatu, which we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
This
Renfield.
Renfield.
Ty Sheridan, great young actor. I've enjoyed everything he's been in. Of course, you got Jude Law, Mark Maron. Okay,
yeah, plays Alan Berg.
Since we are in the Chicagoland area, Alan Berg is buried not too far from us in a Jewish cemetery. I think in Forest Park.
What'd you think of the minister guy in here, Sammy? The priest guy.
I don't know. I mean, he's still a piece of shit, but he's like, but he was actually trying to be like non-violent about it.
Yeah, he made me feel like he was racist, but don't hurt anybody racist. That didn't make sense to me.
That's one of the things I was kind of laughing about because I was thinking about like in Blues Brothers when they're like, you know, when they come on onto the bridge and they're
Illinois
like
Nazis.
The cops like, oh, these fucking Nazis or whatever. So
I hate Illinois Nazis.
The Nazis are all standing on the bridge and they're like, we're peaceful, we're good people, we just want to preach our message. The Blues Brothers run them off of the bridge, and the first thing the Nazi says is, find that fucker and kill him.
We gotta kill that guy.
Like they're so non-violent. We'll fucking kill that guy. But this takes place in 1983. This is about Jude Law's an FBI agent. He's going after Nicholas Hoult, who creates this kind of new white supremacist order that's kind of like a terrorist organization. Their whole goal is like to kind of spark the race war again.
So Journey Smollett, former child actor. Sal, do you know who her brother is?
Yes, and hold on, give me a minute.
Juicy.
Yep.
What was it? I can't think of it.
Juicy Smollett.
Yeah.
We all know who that piece of shit is.
Yep. Now, Sammy, when
he got off scot-free with everything, so
Sammy,
there you go.
When Jude Law went to the house, the housing of the Nazis and the 2 guards with the dogs there, I would have been shitting my pants entering that place. I would have been shitting my pants. Because he went to go see the priest.
You usually don't see Nicholas Hoult.
Or the minister, or whatever he was.
You don't see Nicholas Hoult as a bad guy in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
But he is a bad guy in this one.
Yeah, he was good in this.
But the robberies they did, Sammy.
This was good. This had some good ones.
It was a very good film. But the robberies, Mikey, on how much money these assholes got and got away with.
Yeah.
That angered me.
Yeah.
Private militias.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, there was some really good bank robbery scenes in this one.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Good chase scenes for a couple of them. Shootouts.
I dug the chick.
Yeah.
I dug the chick that was helping him.
More than
Journey.
more than a private militia or fucking hate group.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scary shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so moving on. How about Bookie?
Oh yeah, funny.
I didn't even know this was out. What is?
The second
Funny,
season just
funny.
aired December 12th of 2024.
You'll like this. You
Yeah.
can get into it. Short episodes.
Yeah, it's only like maybe 20 minutes an episode. Some of them. Yeah,
really?
they're kind of short.
Whether you like Sebastian Maniscalco
I love
or
Sebastian.
not,
Love him.
this is an enjoyable show. A lot of people call him the Italian Dane Cook because
Maybe.
he's very physical. And
Kinda,
if you recall, 2004-ish, Dane Cook was hot. I mean, he was
Yeah.
one of the. I mean, I don't think he was that great, but he was one of the best stand-up comics at that time.
I
But
think Sebastian actually has like better material than Dane Cook.
Correct.
100%.
Correct.
I love him on his comic stuff because his exaggerated Italian accent because he doesn't really talk like that. You know that, right?
Sure.
Yeah, he doesn't really talk like
Chicago
that.
guy.
Yeah, but if you watch him on an interview, you know, he's just normal talking, you know. And, you know, he doesn't say tree or down my throat, you know, like most of us. but he's funnier than shit. I know I do that. I you know.
This is also a Chuck Lorre production. You know, he directs it.
I like Chuck Lorre.
Yeah.
You know.
2.5 Men. What are
Yeah.
some of the other shit
Yeah.
that he did?
Yeah. Well, I hate to admit this. He did Designing Women and anything Chuck Lorre did, man. I'm sorry. That series cracked me up.
But yeah, this is great. Obviously, Sebastian Maniscalco, Omar Dorsey's in this. Jorge Garcia, who's Hurley from Lost, the big guy.
So what's the dealio, Sammy?
Vanessa Ferlito and Robert Corddry is in this. Basically, they're bookies. They're like
bookies.
Yeah,
LA.
and they're there's like they just basically take bets from people. There's like random shit that they get into every once in a while.
Oh, the fat guy from Lost. You said, yeah.
So this is season 2.
Yeah, this is season 2.
Mike, he brought a baby.
Yeah, he's got like 6 kids.
This might have been
does?
No,
no,
Yeah.
Omar Dorsey.
She's in a lot of good stuff.
Is that Maria Bella?
No,
The one that he was.
No, it does look like it though. Yeah, some of his like clients are like Zach Braff or like what the fuck is his name? God damn it, Ray Romano. It's like Ray Romano's such a degenerate gambler.
Oh,
He's like riding his daughter's bike.
there are some great side characters
This
in
looks
this.
funny.
The fucking the coroner is DJ Qualls.
Yeah.
He's got the weird Tourette.
Yeah, he's like
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on, Sammy, a voice box.
Yep.
Maybe mama number 2.
You got to marry that girl.
She's a conniving, cheating gold digger.
Doesn't mean you can't build a life together. We going up now. You can't stop that.
Ray Romano.
yeah, Brad Garrett is in like a couple scenes.
Wish you got a fun story you could tell your 180 grandkids.
180 grandkids.
Good show.
Yeah,
Very good.
How many are out?
I don't
Sammy? How many
know.
seasons?
There's just the 2 of them. I think they're on like maybe episode 8 now or something of the second one. But yeah,
You'll dig it.
It's
It's
so
fun.
racist.
they're really short. Like I said, it's just like a fun show to get. I don't really hear anybody talking about this. So I'm like,
I
we should
never
put it
even
out
heard
there.
of it.
Yeah,
I
it's
knew
a good
about
show.
it.
Yeah.
But both these guys, I love both these guys.
Yeah, Omar Dorsey's great.
Omar Dorsey, he's hilarious.
First time I seen him, I think was Road Trip.
Yeah.
And he's in the black fraternity.
You're gonna
Yeah.
die.
You're gonna die. Now we're gonna kill you.
He's hilarious. You brought a baby?
Yeah, there's a scene too where he's like Sebastian Maniscalco is trying to collect on this guy, and he like goes into the restaurant, and there's like the hostess there, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm looking for Stuart," and he's like, "Stewie?" And it's a woman, and she's like, "Yeah, I transitioned," and then she beats his ass.
Sammy, what is this on Netflix or
HBO Max.
HBO Max.
Oh crap, I don't have it.
I got it on Plex though.
Oh, you got it on Plex? Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
You know me.
It's funny. You're
Sam's a
180
pirate.
grandkids.
Yarr.
Yeah, but I could just look at Sebastian and laugh. He's hilarious.
Yeah, he's great in this.
He's good.
Oh man.
So next thing on this the docket is Anora.
Oh baby.
Yeah, this was in
Is that Anne
October.
Hathaway?
Anne Hathaway.
No,
Mikey
no.
Madsen.
Mikey Madison.
Yeah, this is directed by Sean Baker. Also did the Florida Project and Red Rocket.
Yeah.
It's a little bit long. This is a 2-hour 19 movie. 2-hour and 19-minute movie.
Never heard of it.
Oh man, you're gonna like.
We
this
told
one,
you
Sal.
about it, yeah, because
Did
she's Mikey Madsen's naked in this whole
The
movie.
entire film.
Oh, she's naked.
Not only
Yeah.
naked, but she's in the act.
That's right. Talk about up your ass and down your
Oh,
throat.
man.
Ooh. Hello. This follows Anora, a Uzbek American stripper whose boss often sets her up with Russian-speaking clients. One night she meets Vanya, a wealthy young son of a Russian oligarch who makes her his girlfriend for the week. Unexpectedly, the two fall in love and elope, but the fairy tale is threatened when Vanya's parents find out. This was weird. Was I the only one who was like expecting it, like Vanya's, whole thing to be like a drug dealer's son?
Right.
I was actually kind of surprised when I found out, like, oh, they're just like normal people.
Just
it's like,
super wealthy.
yeah, trying to protect their wealthy son.
Isn't she real young? And isn't she supposed to play like a 15, 16-year-old or something like that?
No, she's definitely old enough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I gotta.
You know what, Sammy? You did show me parts of this.
In a lot of her roles, whether it's TV or film, you just end up wanting to fucking smack this woman. And I don't condone violence to women, but the characters she plays, oh my god, you just want to fucking crack them one. I'm gonna go to hell for saying that. I know I'm gonna catch a lot of flack for saying that, but she plays characters that you really just want to fucking hate.
So she plays her role well.
Yeah. First time I laid eyes on her was on the TV series on FX called Better Things.
Yeah.
And you just wanted to crack her one on that. I mean,
She was also Ghostface in Scream 5.
she was in that. She was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah. she gets a good.
Oh yeah,
she has a great part in that.
She gets her ass kicked in that one.
Yeah, I don't know. This movie is just like it's a little bit of a comedy. It's a little bit of it's definitely a drama.
She's vicious in this.
You liked it though, Mikey?
I did.
I did like this a lot.
Did you like it,
And
Sammy?
I do like Sean
I thought
Baker.
it was good. Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, see, she's dirty.
Big time.
Me go fuck myself, me fuck myself, you go fuck yourself and your fucking motherfucker.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She's a cutie.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
man.
an interesting
funny.
movie. I was glad I watched it.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of hate.
Dude, like I said, the characters that she plays and like her entire body of work, you really don't like them at all.
I mean, is she been in a lot of things, Mikey?
Yeah, a couple things.
Yeah.
She looks like she really got into this role.
Oh
If
man,
anything, I could just say
Man,
maybe
oh, man.
it just felt like it went on maybe a little too long. I think if they shortened it a little bit, it would be
Yeah.
a lot better of a movie. Yeah. But I'd say check out Anora. I mean, it's been getting rave reviews. Another great Neon movie out this year. Like Long Legs.
Oh yeah.
What else did they do? Cuckoo.
I'm sorry, hated Long Legs. Love Cuckoo. Love Cuckoo.
Neon's been putting on some great shit. They also got The Monkey coming out soon.
Oh, hello.
I can't wait to see that.
That one looks interesting. Is Neon behind that new Pamela Anderson film, The Last Showgirl?
I think so. Yeah.
That looks interesting. I do want to see
you
that.
mentioned that to me the other day, Sammy. What's the dealio with the
Last Showgirl.
Her and Jamie Lee.
I'm not really sure exactly what it's about, but
Batista.
yeah, Jamie Lee's in it. Batista.
Wow.
It's been getting good. Another one that's been getting some great reviews. I want to see that.
All right. Sammy mentioned it to me the other day.
Another
Mikey.
drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
See,
drama.
but see, I love drama. Almost, I love horror the best, but dramas I get into, man.
Yeah.
I get into that.
Like we always say, you
Looks
got to
good.
have a little variation in
Yeah.
there, you know?
Yeah. This is Anora is not a horror film by any means, but it's crazy. That's why I like
I'll give it a shot.
Watch it. So the next one I put on here was the Complete Unknown. This is the Bob Dylan biopic.
I do want to see this.
This is released on Christmas. It's 2 hours, 21 minutes. It didn't really feel like it, though, to be honest with you. This is directed by James Mangold, starring Timothy Chalamet, Edward Norton as Pete Seeger, Elle Fanning, Dan Fogler, Scoot McNairy as Woody Guthrie, Monica Barbaro as who's he play? Joan Baez, and Boyd Holbrook as the Man in Black himself, Johnny Cash. He's great in this.
My brother loved this guy, Mikey, and I said to my brother, "Okay, let me hear it." So we went downstairs, and he put it on my sound system, which was incredible. And all I heard was "you and me," and I turn it off, turn it off. Turn
Not
it
a
off.
fan of Dylan, huh?
Not a fan at all.
Okay, there are some songs.
I just wanted to beat the shit out of him, my brother, and the record.
I will admit, there are some songs I do enjoy, but this is not my generation.
Yeah.
I'm 44, I was born in 80, and this guy came way before.
This guy was the guy you seen in the coffee shops with Joan Baez and
well, that's actually kind of what this is about, because kind of him going electric at the end. You know, it's like 1965. This only takes place over like a year, from 64 to 65.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed this. I mean, it's set in New York City.
I'm gonna after the preview, I'm gonna call this back to the Wanderers. You'll see.
Yeah, this is like he's like 19 years old in this movie, 19, 20 in this movie, and it just follows like his ascent from like a complete unknown into Bob Dylan.
He played us a song.
It's kind of all about like the folk scene back then, whereas like, you know, it was all...
That's why I said the coffee shop.
Yeah, very acoustic, you know, the beatniks of that era and stuff like that. And then...
time was a-changing.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. It's about like, you know, Bob Dylan, he discovers like the electric guitar and everything, and he puts a band together, and... You know, at the end, like, people are disappointed in him because they're like, you left the whole folk music scene behind, but he also went on to, you know, do this
rock.
They create one of the greatest records of all time.
They say he was the one responsible for like the Love Child era.
Yeah.
You know, where everybody's, you know, getting high and love, daisies, flowers, you know. They say he was responsible for it. The beginning. Not responsible, but like an opening. More of an opening.
I'm not the biggest fan of Bob Dylan, but some, you know, the songs that I like from him, I really like. You know, Times Are A-Changin'.
Hurricane.
Girl from North County. Yeah.
Hurricane's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Or Man and Me.
Like a Rolling Stone.
Yeah. I really like Elle Fanning.
Now she plays Joan Baez?
No, she's plays Bob Dylan's girlfriend. Like, they changed her name in this movie because she's just like a regular person, and you know, she didn't want that fame, I guess. I think that's like the whole reason it's a touch on in this movie, but that's kind of the whole reason they broke up in real life. Ed Norton's great in this.
I love Ed Norton, though.
Yeah.
Good start.
Everything he does, I love.
Yeah, even Scoot McNairy is good in this too. Like, he has zero speak. He doesn't talk at all in the movie because he plays
really?
Woody Guthrie, who's like in a hospital, and he's like kind of, you know, mentally.
He was a folk artist.
Yeah.
Woody Guthrie.
He had like the guitar that said "This machine kills fascists."
Okay. That's what that's from.
Yeah.
So let me tie this back to The Wanderers, one of my favorite films of all time. Try to remember this, Sal. Clear your mind for a minute.
I remember right away what you're gonna say.
It's the end of the film
when the girl goes into the coffee shop.
Yeah, you got Richie from the neighborhood, you know, from the Bronx, leader of the Wanderers. It's early 60s, and he's got a decision to make. Do I chase the girl who is exotic to him because she's not from the neighborhood?
Yeah.
She's something completely different. She's introducing him to new, different things that's totally outside of his norm. Does he go chase her into the coffee house to watch Dylan? Or does he stay in the neighborhood, stay a wanderer, stay that, you know, well, let's just call it what it is, that Italian Bronx mentality and culture? Well, at the end of The Wanderers, he stays in the neighborhood. He stays a wanderer.
Because he'll get his ass kicked if he don't.
Well, I mean, yeah, because he knocked up the mob leader's daughter.
Oh, that was funny.
Damn, he can't even watch Dylan just because he's got to stay in the streets.
I like what the father tells Richie in the bar downstairs. I used to knock him up like there's no tomorrow, but I never did it with everybody thought her.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense, Mike.
Yes. I love that movie. It's so fucking good.
I love The Wanderers.
So I mean that's one of the many reasons I enjoy the film is, you know, he comes to that turning point, that crossroads. Like, what do I do here? Do I go with the flow with this whole new crowd and new culture and a new movement, or do I stay in the hood? He stays in the hood.
What's her name again from Raiders of the Lost Ark? What was her name?
Karen Allen.
Karen Allen, yeah. Because they played that game. What was it called, Mikey? Titty grabbing or whatever? Or?
Elbow tit.
Elbow tit. Elbow tit. And then she busts a mic.
Yep.
Did you get a good one? Did you like that?
Elbow tit.
But yeah, everybody in this movie, a complete unknown at least, like does their own singing. Timothy Chalamet, Ed Norton.
Really?
Yeah, Boyd Holbrook. He does a good thing as Johnny Cash.
Boyd Holbrook, good actor.
So he did his own singing?
There's a funny part where like Bob, it's like towards the end of the movie, Bob Dylan comes out of his hotel room and his bike is like blocked in by this car, and Johnny Cash comes out. He's like, "Oh, I'm blocking you in there, man." He's like, "Hold on a minute, let me get you out of here." And he's like, he backs up into another car and goes forward into another car. It just stops exactly where it was, and he's like, "All right, that good for you, man? You want a bugle?"
Doesn't he call him BD?
Yeah.
See, this kind of relates to me with Jim Morrison's movie. When Val Kilmer did him, and he did his own singing in that.
Yeah,
I love that.
They couldn't
movie.
tell the difference between the two.
Yeah, he did a perfect Jim Morrison.
Love that film. If you look at the cast, it'll blow you away.
Yeah.
Who's in?
Yeah.
Oliver Stone's The Doors.
Yeah.
But that being said, like after watching this, I think I'm good with musician biopics for a while. I don't really,
Really?
there's been too many of them. Yeah, between all those Straight Outta Comptons and fucking Bob Marley ones. And
I didn't see Marley. I do want to see it. I do want to see this one, but I appreciate documentaries too. And I don't know if it's a hoax or not, but one thing I'm kind of excited about on Netflix, Scorpions documentary.
I didn't see that. Was it on there?
No. They're talking about it like it's going to be a thing. I'm hoping it's true.
They were talking about the dirt on how much it wasn't
right.
It wasn't exact at all.
Right.
And I was like, holy shit, really?
I mean, Motley Crue is a bunch of fucking douchebags. I read the dirt and I watched the movie and they're like so proud of it. They're like, Motley Crue probably fucked your girlfriend. It's like that's so cool.
You know what?
You broke up a bunch of fucking people. How about
I'm sorry. I'm a fan.
Drug addicts.
But Mick Mars, they just fucking totally trashed that dude, man. Tommy Lee, he didn't have to trash. He trashed himself. That stupid
Not
fuck.
a great drummer.
And that's what Sammy says.
Tommy Lee sucks, dude.
Sammy said it to me. He goes, he sucks at the drums.
He's got to ride a fucking roller coaster because he can't play a simple fucking beat. That's why.
Six is not a great bass player either.
Now, see, I love Nikki Sixx. You know why? To me, he's a cool rock and roller, and he was banging what's her name? The tattoo
Kat Von D.
Kat Von D. He got a little of that. He's my hero.
What's that got to do with this bass playing?
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
It's like a hairless baboon. Does it matter?
He's one step above Sid Vicious when it comes to playing the bass.
No shit. Yeah.
Here we go again with Sid
that's
Vicious.
the final word. Let's move on here.
Zero talent.
So what about Nosferatu?
Yeah, buddy. Okay.
Nosferatu.
Every now and then, I get ideas for new tattoos that I want. And I'm telling you, I got open canvases on the back of my calves. There is a scene in this film. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a tattoo someday of mine. I'm going to say what it is, but
I think I know what it is.
I enjoyed it.
It's when he stands up and he's got his dick
You
out.
got it. That 600-year-old cock, baby.
Okay, dudes. You have to remind me. Now, in Salem's Lot, was that Nosferatu?
No,
that was Mr. Barlow.
How it looks just like Nosferatu though.
Yes, it
they
does.
just took inspiration from that, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
But he's just an old vampire.
Because it's been so long since I've seen him, both parts of it. But to me, he always looked exactly like Nosferatu.
This version looks nothing like any of the other Nosferatu adaptations. He doesn't even have fangs.
That's because it's Robert Eggers who does a lot of like realistic, like, folktale, fairy tale type shit, which this was what this is like a realistic vampire
horror.
He's basically a decaying corpse that has to feed on, he never regenerates like, say, what's his name? Most of the other vampires are.
Now, Sammy, you said you did see the original?
Yeah.
What year was that?
19 oh man, was it 21 maybe?
Was it 21, Mikey?
Oh, the original Nosferatu?
Yeah.
22, I believe.
22.
When they showed him coming in and just his shadow, that freaked me out.
Yeah.
That freaked me out.
So I know in the past, I could have sworn we've talked about this before. I've mentioned Grim Life Collective, the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
They went to Lübeck, Germany, where the original was filmed. And part of it was filmed, and the building is still there.
Seriously?
That they used.
Wow.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. Now,
I think that's where they shot this one, and like the castle that they also shot the Nosferatu, Werner Herzog's.
Yeah.
Which he didn't want to shoot in originally, but he was like, but we found out like we could use a different part of the castle that was never on screen in that one.
For those of you who don't know, we recently did an episode of tribute to David Lynch. But you know who else is a very avant-garde, crazy filmmaker? Werner Herzog.
Yeah.
We should probably do an episode on him.
Yeah.
Now is this the third Nosferatu, or because outside of Willem Dafoe?
There's been so many iterations of it.
I think so. Because
I mean, because there might have been.
This is more akin to like the Gary Oldman one. It's very sexy.
Yeah.
It's very.
Yeah.
There is. I mean, okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even call this a horror film. This is a romance film. To be honest.
Yeah, and it basically is a love story. The whole
it's
thing.
A great cast.
Lily Rose Depp, Nicholas Hoult, Bill Skarsgård, Willem Dafoe, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Emma Corrin, Ralph Ineson.
Yes, I gotta say, Lily Rose Depp, nepotism. The only reason she has a career is because of her father, but she did a wonderful job in this one, and
I was that impressed with her, honestly. I
mean,
was like, she was good, but I don't know.
I appreciate everything she did in this one. She got topless,
Now, did you dudes remember and see one of the Blade movies where the head vampire was he wasn't Nosferatu, but he was similar to him because he was old and decayed and had the long fingernail. Do you remember that scene?
Kind of.
I mean, so how come Nosferatu and very few films like in that one? I can't remember. I think it was Blade 3. Was it Blade 3? Whatever. They can't get young anymore. Because they're supposed to be immortal.
I have not seen those in a long time.
Yeah. Even Nosferatu, he's supposed to be immortal, Mikey. Why is he all deformed? Why did that explain?
Well,
what's the explanation?
This one, at least, is he's not a vampire because
not in the traditional sense.
Like a vampire killed him. He's more of like a sorcerer who has become a vampire based on spells.
Yeah. Not your traditional vampire at all.
So that's what the original 2 was supposed to be about?
Say it again.
The original Nosferatu, the 1933, was that one a spell too? He wasn't really a vampire?
No, he's a vampire. They're vampires, but just not the vampires in the sense that you would think of.
Okay.
And we got to set the record straight here about the difference between Nosferatu and Dracula.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know. Do you want to explain it?
I'm not sure. Well, I think I have kind of already.
Well, Bram Stoker wrote Dracula. Probably, I don't know the exact year, but the first film adaptation was not 1931 Bela Lugosi. It was 1922. It's the story of Dracula, but different names and, like I said, very similar.
It's almost like Dracula's almost like a ripoff of Nosferatu.
Right, but the book came first, Bram Stoker's Dracula. And 1931's with the Universal picture with Bela Lugosi, that's the straight up adaptation of the book.
Yeah. I always took it that he was the first vampire before Dracula.
On film.
Yeah.
On film.
Yeah.
But,
I'm not sure if he's supposed to be like the first vampire ever. Yeah, this also has one of the best fucking trailers of the year, I think.
Yeah. Robert Eggers, man. Great director. He's got a big future ahead of him.
Did you like this, Sammy?
This does have some of the most amazing cinematography in it, though.
Did you like it, Sammy?
Oh, yeah.
You, Mikey?
Willem Dafoe, so good in this. Nicholas Hoult, Aaron Taylor Johnson, kick-ass. And the new Kraven the Hunter.
This is great, though, because it's like the whole entire movie is set up. It's basically like Nosferatu is horny as fuck, bro.
Damn.
In the beginning of the movie, she kind of puts it out into the universe that she's lonely, and he kind of heeds that call. He finds her.
Yeah.
And then the whole movie is about him setting up a way to get closer to her and buying a house near her, and he buys 8 houses around her just to.
So Willem Dafoe, let's call it quote unquote Van Helsing character, you come to realize he has no idea what he's doing. You know, he's going into this kind of blind. They think of him as an expert, but he has no idea what he's doing.
In the middle of this movie, it is very much a possession movie.
Yes.
There has to be some stuff that was cut out from the movie, because that part where they find that one vampire felt very out of place for me in the movie. They kind of rushed into it, and I was like, wait, what just happened here? When Nicholas Hoult stays overnight in that town before he goes to the actual castle.
Is that Renfield?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not called Renfield.
Everybody in this has different names from...
See, why did they do that, Mike?
Because this became before the 1931 film.
They do really make him like, synonymous with the rats and the death in this movie. And
now, tell me the actor's name again, who played the father in The Witch.
Ralph Ineson.
Ralph Ineson. This is probably the most I've seen him on screen in a speaking role. He was awesome.
I'm ready.
Okay, so I'm just going to spoil it here. One of the very last scenes in the film that I want as a potential tattoo idea. Lily Rose, naked, holding, embracing Nosferatu, Count Orlok. The sun comes up. He starts melting in her hands, and blood shoots out of his face, shoots out of his body all over her, and she's covered in his blood. Death by the you-know-what, the nether regions. Okay, that's what it is. That's a tattoo idea.
I always love that, like, when movies are not afraid to go, like, the unhappy ending route.
Oh,
that's
big time.
definitely what this was.
Yeah.
and just the title alone is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's so weird. It's like kind of a weird ending because like Nicholas Hoult even like is like fighting to keep his soon to be wife like away from or, safe from this creature, and she ends up like sacrificing herself.
Now was this and Dracula originated from the same?
I'm going to say it again. You might have got confused, and it is confusing.
No. I'm talking about are they from the same?
Transylvania.
Yeah, Transylvania. Thank you.
In this one,
he's like he's in this one. He's actually like a Romanian nobleman. Yeah.
So yes, Transylvania is in Romania.
Yeah. But there really is a
Dracula's
Transylvania.
Castle. It's in Transylvania,
right? Just
in
like
Romania.
Now, I really liked in this movie too. Never once do they show him like with fangs.
No,
or like
he doesn't have them.
Mike doesn't have them. Yeah. Because the same thing that a lot of people like in the Batman series, they said there is no Gotham City, but there is. That's what I heard. There is a Gotham City in New York.
I don't think so.
I didn't think so either.
There's a Gotham Comedy Club,
but
if we have listeners on the East Coast,
I'm not exactly sure on that. Mike.
Contact us at what's the email?
masterrolesofhorror@buttfuck.com.
Please correct us on things, things New York.
I do know about the Dracula thing, but I heard that there really was a Gotham City in New York.
I've never been there, and I'm sure I've made many mistakes talking about New York on past episodes. I think I have a confusion about the location of 42nd Street and Tribeca. I think I've gotten that wrong. If I am wrong, please correct me. Send us an email or comment on all things New York, because I for one, I've never been there.
But man, Robert Eggers just always has some like striking cinematography. I really love the scene in this movie where Nosferatu is like in this woman or like wakes up and she just senses something is wrong with her children.
Yeah.
She opens this door and they just show like the silhouette of him like draining one of these little girls.
He just throws her. He just throws her like she's a rag doll.
Now see, in 1979 Dracula, they showed him, or I'm sorry, it was mentioned that that Dracula killed a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
what it's
like, remember in the in Bram Stoker's Dracula,
which I thought was awesome, man.
In the 92 Gary Oldman one, he gives like his brides the baby.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Eat it, yeah.
Oh, so I don't remember that.
Keanu's like, no.
See, I don't remember that part, Mike. That they gave the brides the baby.
Well, the character Lucy, she takes a small child and she's about to. There is the scene with the brides. He gives her a baby, and they don't really show it, but they're devouring the baby, and Keanu's going, no. I do remember that.
I'll tell you what freaked me out about 79, Sammy, when Dracula was climbing the insane asylum to get get Renfield. That freaked me out back then, man, because I was only like 19 years old.
I gotta say, 1979's Werner Herzog adaptation of Nosferatu, Klaus Kinski, who plays Dr. Orlok, does not need any makeup. That guy's fucking freaky looking.
One ugly motherfucker.
Giving me the demon voice.
He's one ugly motherfucker.
All right, so any more about Nosferatu?
Loved it.
2
thumbs up.
I gotta check it out. I didn't see it.
2 thumbs up, yeah. This guy. Our next one is Squid Game 2, season 2.
Yeah, I was just telling Sammy.
Have you guys seen this either season?
Neither.
The original I heard was really good.
Great, yeah.
Is this Asian? Is this Japanese or Korean?
South Korean.
South Korean. Okay.
Now, is this anything?
I almost did a voice.
Now,
I might
Sammy,
have had to cut that out.
Canceled.
You could do that, right? No one cares about that. Oh, it's Korea.
now, Sammy, was this kind of like the Hunger Games?
No. Well, maybe a little bit. Yeah. It all starts out, they're competing for this prize to win, and like however many people are alive at the end of the game, they get to split up this money.
Oh, okay.
So like you have, like some instances like, people are dying off and they're like, we didn't know this was what it's about. Like we want to go home, and they're like, they have to take a vote on whether they want to go home or play another game. And every time they play a game, like this giant globe that's above them gets filled with money.
Wow.
And but the thing is, the kicker is like all these people have debts. So like, some of these people are like, oh, I only need like, I forget what they have, 1,000 yen to go home. But
now see,
other people need to pay off, 38 million. So they want to win the game.
Dude, I am in love with Jennifer Lawrence, but the Hunger Games sucked. I didn't like them at all.
Yeah.
Did you, Mike?
I
didn't
sat through
care
them
for them. They were just too long, too boring.
But this one, yeah, it's like, I don't know. I didn't think the games in this season were as good as the one from last season. Like last season there was some games where like your hands are sweating because you're like, oh shit, like they're about to fall off this giant cliff.
But they're all young people, Sammy?
No, there's old people. There's an old woman in this one.
I've heard good things about this.
The last movie, there was an old man who plays a big pivotal, plot point in there.
So this is a subtitle series?
Yeah. I mean, you can watch. I'm sure you can watch it on Netflix with the dubbed version.
Have you guys ever seen Battle Royal?
Yeah.
Is it anything like that?
Kinda, yeah.
I did enjoy Battle Royal.
Yeah, this is but yeah, I mean, yeah, the people kind of fight against each other too a little bit, but yeah, it's basically just, they're just playing games to win money, only the games will fucking kill you.
Now when is this supposed to be set? What year is it?
It's present day.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
You know what, Mike?
Like the very first game that they play in both seasons is like red light, green light, where like there's this giant
red light, green light,
there's like there's this giant like fucking statue of like this little girl, and she she like is holding her her arms or whatever, and then she turns around and like you're able to you have to move when her back is turned and you have to cross this line, but it's like once she turns around you have to stay frozen. Red light, but if like someone moves like there's like it's like they'll shoot you. So like the first game is just people getting killed by like
all right, dudes, I gotta ask all three of us this question. From my age to your age to Sammy's age, do you think any of us will be around to see some kind of sport like this? Do you think our world is
God, I hope so. We need to fucking off a couple
to Hunger Games to Squid Games to what was the name?
How naive you are to think this isn't going on Epstein Island, brother.
Sammy, what was the one I was just mentioning? The series with Ethan Hawke.
Hunger Games.
The Ethan Hawke.
Purge.
The Purge.
Oh, The Purge.
I mean, Mike, seriously, do you think you'll see it? I don't think I will in my time.
One can only hope.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
So The Damned. I've seen The Damned, unfortunately. Let's just watch the trailer.
Where'd you see it, Mike?
The theater.
I think this came out January 3rd, I saw.
Late one night, when everyone was in bed, there was a knock at the door.
May the Lord protect you from harmful sea creatures and dangerous pirates.
I remember seeing this trailer. I thought it looked pretty good.
It does look good.
What's it about exactly?
There's a mythical creature, I think it's from either British or Icelandic mythology, called the Jurors. I forget how to pronounce it. Jogger. It's like a mermaid. And its siren song serenades sailors. It calls them out to sea.
Nice.
I've seen so many mermaid films. They were all bad.
Jogger?
Splash?
It's not Splash.
Is that the movie I'm thinking of?
No.
I love Splash. Where you going, Mr. Fat Jacks? To get the little boat.
The dead can't break free if you hammer iron nails into their feet.
What happened on that ship was a terrible tragedy.
He doesn't care. I wouldn't sleep if I were you. A thing like that never stops.
This is a good isolation horror film.
I do like isolation horror films.
For what we did. It won't stop until it's taken all of us. Keep it away! Keep it away from me!
Okay, that was fucked up.
Yeah, there's some cool scenes in this. But it just lets you down. It's disappointing.
Kind of like that show that was on AMC for a while. What was that?
Yes, I know.
Where they were on the ship and it's kind of like Shackleton's thing.
The Terror?
The Terror, yeah. That I really wanted to like that, but when it was all said and done, I couldn't get down with it. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I really wanted to like this, but it's slow, it is boring, but you keep thinking like, oh, the ending's really gonna deliver and it's gonna be something fucking crazy. No, it's disappointing, and you're just like, ugh.
That's how the Terror was for me. I was like, something great is coming, and then it never does.
You know what, you dudes, the most disappointing movie. I was mad. I wanted to hurt Sammy because Sammy had told me about it. It was that bad. The Crow. That movie sucked.
Wait,
worse than my ass.
You're talking about the new one?
The new one.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. I mean, I already. You remember when I went off on that?
Dude.
Do we really need to call that one back?
Oh, that was the most.
FKA Twigs, what a stupid fucking name!
That movie was worse than Showgirls with Elizabeth Berkley. I'd rather
Showgirls.
Showgirls has some great movies, like the part with Robert Davi when he's like, "Listen, he's telling her all about that in the strip club." He's like, "Guy jizzes all over you. It doesn't pay you no money. That's a problem.
It's perfectly normal."
Guy pulls out his cock, jizzes all over you. Gives you a handful of money.
I mean,
that's good.
I'd rather see where hairless baboons originated from than those two fucking movies.
What's he saying? He goes, must be kind of weird. People not coming on your chest.
All right, so I guess don't go see The Damned.
No,
skip it.
Avoid it.
All right, well, the last movie we got up here just came out this weekend, January 17th. The Wolfman. Well, Wolfman.
Wolfman.
Man.
Wolf.
Man.
Yeah, it's an hour 43 minutes, directed by Lee Wanell, who also did. He's basically the co-creator of the Saw and the Insidious franchises.
Yeah.
He also directed Insidious Chapter 3, Upgrade, and The Invisible Man.
He's also an actor.
Yeah.
And he's got a very small part in this. Go see this one. Out of 5 stars, I'm going to give it a 4. You weren't too crazy about
about a 2.5.
The creature.
Damn.
You weren't too crazy about the creature effects.
No, not at all.
Let's see the trailer.
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
It stars
I haven't seen it yet.
Christopher Abbott and Julia Gardner, by the way.
She's good.
Yeah, that was my only kind of another complaint about this movie is that she really doesn't have anything to do in the movie. She's like kind of trying to protect him, but also
surviving.
Yeah, they make a big point to point out that she's like a journalist and all this. They say it like multiple times, but it has no impact on anything in the movie.
No.
I don't know why they had to keep harping on that.
Him too. He's like in between jobs.
Yeah.
So this is our time, not an old.
Yeah, it's present day. Present day. I will say it is a really cool scene. I like how they do that shot where it's following the truck above it.
Yeah.
And then they see the Wolfman. You just see him off in the distance, but they follow the truck as it crashes. It's like a first person.
You never really get to see his face either.
No.
Well, kind of.
Little
I mean,
bit. Little
yeah. I'm telling you, the last shot of the movie, though, where they show the Wolfman, he looks like the elf from Elves. You know, the little guy where he's in the bathtub, like,
seriously?
This is to me, this is one of the worst Wolfman's costumes, you know? It's all practical effects, which is cool, but
don't let that sway you from seeing it.
I'm still okay with practical effects.
I did really like how this was set over one night. It is like more of a Contagion movie, though. Like, I think if they didn't call this The Wolfman, this would be a cool movie.
Yes. Not your typical werewolf film. Not at all.
I do really like, though, like he hears like this, like something's like, you know, it's like and he thinks like something is in the house, but it's actually like just his hearing amplified, and he's hearing like
That's
like
awesome.
a spider crawling
I
on
like
the
that,
wall.
Mike.
Yeah.
I like that.
The whole screen goes black and their eyes are glowing.
All right.
But that's another thing too. Like they make it a point to show like that he's got this crazy night vision, which was pretty cool. But then they did nothing with it. Like when he's chasing them at the end, I was expecting him to be able to like maybe see where they're going or something. But they didn't really call back to it at all.
I like that, Sammy.
They touched on
You
it a
wrote down
little bit.
changing.
But yeah, like a contagion, like a virus, because you could see him going through it like as if he's like a zombie or an affected person, an infected person.
I do really like that. Like this is one of those movies where like I think that might have been the point of it, where it's like it's more about like the human body falling apart over the movie, even though it's like changing.
Yes, it
you know?
does.
Yeah.
Raw. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Go see it. Go see it.
It's all right to see once.
Yeah.
I did see though that Lee Wanell revealed that he really like a big inspiration for this was The Fly.
Really?
Which it is very, very much like The Fly,
there's
like
some body
with a
horror.
wolf. Yeah,
There's some body horror.
Yeah. Also, that like he also said that he tried to make Julia Gardner kind of like Shelley Duvall's character in The Shining, which she kind of is.
I love that meme of the most suspenseful thing in The Shining is not Jack Nicholson, it's her cigarette ash.
Yeah,
It's so
she got the
fucking
grandma
long.
ash going on there.
It's so long.
But also, I saw that the daughter's name, and this is Ginger, which is a nod to Ginger
Ginger
Snaps.
Snaps. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is all no CGI involved in this movie. They did everything practically, which is pretty cool.
You know what Sammy brought up? Mikey, did you like the werewolf and Ginger Snaps? I thought
Yeah.
they were really cool.
Yeah, they were cool.
Everything,
I thought they were
everything
really
about
cool.
it. Everything about it was great.
That first one, the rest of them, just whatever.
I
but
like the
that
sequels.
first one was. I liked the second one, but the third and
I was the same. I didn't like the third one.
The third one was horrible. With the
Third one
Indian,
was the prequel.
with the Indian.
Yeah.
And was there a fourth one, Mikey?
No, third one was the prequel.
Okay, the third
Native
one,
American.
that sucked. The second one, but the first one was so amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The soundtrack was just there, man. It just creeped me out. I love when they showed it, when they open it up and they showed it in class, and the teacher's just like, you know, go to my office. You know, that's what made that part.
So another thing I saw was that like kind of a spoiler alert here, but yeah, we do this all the time here. But the wolf, like the plot point where like the Wolfman, where he gets infected by his own father, who is also the Wolfman.
Oh, yes.
is lifted directly from the 2010
Okay, the
remake.
Benicio, yeah.
I wanted to say this. There's some stuff missing that I think they should probably touch on. Maybe if they did a sequel or a prequel. In the beginning, the father's talking to someone about what's going on in the woods. Like he already knows there's something out there, and the guy that he's talking to on the radio, you don't know who he is or what he's about, or he's
That was the director, by the way, Lee
Was it Lee
Wanell.
Wanell?
Yeah.
Is that right?
He's on there.
Is that right, Sammy?
Yeah.
So you don't know what is like. There's information missing. Like, okay, they like something was on this guy. The father knew something was going on, and was he former military? Like, why was he so strict with his son?
Yeah.
Why was he such an asshole towards his son? There's information missing there.
Well, there's a lot of horror. Not a lot. I've seen my share of relatives or fathers preparing their siblings for the end of the world, or
It's kinda what this
or
is.
viruses or curses. You know, I think that's cool. I love that.
That is
I
what this
love
touched
that.
upon. It did touch upon.
I did
that.
have the thought though that in the very beginning, like when he avoids the Wolfman and crashes into the woods, I was like, I think I know what's going on in this movie. I was like, he's gonna get bit or something's gonna happen to him. The Wolfman is then gonna come after the family. He's gonna have to fight the Wolfman, and then after he kills that Wolfman, his family is going to have to kill him.
Boom.
To get, and I was like,
Nailed it.
That's exactly what the fucking movie ended up being.
see, that's
It was
what-
so predictable. That's I
what
think why I
angered-
didn't like it.
Sammy, that's what
But
angered me.
there was no. You know how like usually werewolves are nocturnal. It was during the day, and he was out.
Yeah.
Now, see, Mike, that's what angered
It
me.
is a different Wolfman. Yeah.
With Anthony Hopkins' Wolfman. Was the father, you know, tried to kill his own kid. That just angered the fuck out of me. Why did they have to do that? You know?
That one was excellent. I love that one.
I think it was the best Wolfman ever. Now, Lon Chaney Jr.'s was a classic. That doesn't mean it's worse or better, but the Benicio del Toro, that was the greatest Wolfman movie I ever seen.
More
Greatest.
werewolf films. It's a genre that's been through the ringer, but I enjoy them. More werewolf films, please.
Yeah, and
we had 2 on this list today.
And I wish they'd come out with that Creature from the Black Lagoon remake.
Yeah.
I know they were talking about it.
You know, a lot of people think.
I know that stupid movie.
The
where she made it with the
Shape of Water.
Shape of Water. They think that was like the new Creature.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the film.
I thought it was great.
I did.
I loved it. Yeah. It was a weird movie, like woman fucking a fish man. But
yeah.
I mean,
oh yeah. And masturbating to an egg timer.
Yeah.
Okay,
but I just love what's his name in there. It's like his fingers are falling off and shit.
Me and the wife took the kid. Actually, you know, we took the kid to go see that. She was covering his eyes. It was hilarious.
Nice.
The Creature.
Oh man, so that's all we got on this episode. Kind of a short one, but not really.
I liked it. I liked this.
Be sure to check out our tribute to David Lynch. May he rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, David Lynch.
Thank you all for listening, subscribing, downloading. We are on Facebook, YouTube. You're watching us on YouTube, Instagram, iTunes, Spotify. We have an email. Please write us an email. Your guy did write us an email.
Oh yeah, our buddy Nick.
Nick,
he was. Yeah, I told you. Yeah, I sent you that.
It was for you, Mike.
Wasn't
Yes.
Yeah,
Wasn't it for Mike?
We appreciate
On your tattoos.
every time you send us something, Nick. So thank you very much. And again, for everybody, write us an email.
Yeah.
Comment on the videos. We want to hear from you. Are we doing a good job? Do we care about your opinion? Yes, we do. Yes, we actually do.
Do we?
Speak for yourself, buddy.
No, but seriously.
I'm like the warden and Let's Go to Prison. If you have any questions, concerns, write them down. Please, just make sure the return address is your ass.
Yeah.
Directly up your ass.
And with that, folks, we're going to end it right there. Thank you all.
Later.
See ya. Bye-bye.